Right, in the camp of the New Patriotic Party, the flag bearer of the governing New Patriotic Party NPP, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, has stated that seized excavators will no longer be burnt under his regime. Over 900 excavators have been seized from illegal mining sites, many of which have been burnt, attracting public outcry. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was speaking to NPP supporters after a health walk in Kwehu in the eastern region.
Small-scale miners.
We are going to help small-scale miners. We will introduce a mineral development bank to get money for them. There is a new regime for small-scale miners. We will not burn your seized excavators.
Excavator biome new regime.
Olasewa is coordinator for Eco-Conscious, and she is joining us via Zoom to have a conversation on the back of this. Thank you so much for your time. We know that you and other civil society organizations in the environment space have complained time without number. What do you make of Dr. Bawumia saying excavators will no longer be burnt?
Good, happy Easter. I'll just say that I'm a little disappointed. Nobody takes pleasure in burning excavators. But the reality is that when the excavators are only seized, they find themselves back in the illegal mining area, back doing illegal mining. And that is the reason why they are being seized. So to say that we'll not burn your excavators, but not to say what exactly you are going to do to stop what is going on. And I'm very, very disappointed. And I wonder whether His Excellency has been living in Ghana and following what is going on. We know that His Excellency, the President, put his presidency on the line regarding illegal mining. He did that in 2017. 7 years later, the mining is even worse. I'm not sure if we have watched Poison for Gold or Destruction for Gold. We can see that because of the illegal mining going on, we are facing an existential threat. And for me to spell it out, existential threat means that we would all soon die if we continue the way we are going. Water is life. A lot of the time, our water bodies are being poisoned in addition to the desecration of our forest reserves. So it is a little disappointing that in order to get votes, we'll want to pandy to persons engaged in mining. And we have been very clear that any party seeking vote should pause community mining. This is because even with the few licensed companies we have a lot of difficulty monitoring them. So how much more when you have so many mining operations going on with community mining or small scale mining, whatever name you want to give to it. Let me give you an example. We have, for example, Ghana Bauxite Company, which is a licensed company. In Asempro, no, not in Asempro, in Setri, Atromso, they have been polluting the once pristine Atromso stream through the activity. They are trying to build a road, and they've piled sand, and it's polluting the water. And the EPA and others did nothing about it until after a lot of campaigning. They've now gone there, taking samples of the water. So they don't seem to have the resources to monitor even the licensed companies. How much more when you have so many, community mining organizations? So we are saying that it's a very, very dire situation we face from illegal mining, and any government that cares about the people, not just about votes, will be doing their best to pause community mining and then finding out what we can do to ensure that the licensed companies abide by law. Because if you're a licensed company, and for example, like Akunta Mining did, you mine within the buffer zone and against the regulations, you're involved in illegal mining. And we are also calling on Dr. Bawumia to ban, or shall I say, to withdraw LI 2462, which is also allowing mining in forest reserves, including globally significant biodiversity areas and logging as well. So he needs to be a little serious and not to be like an ostrich, burying his head against the existential threat we face from mining. We have the green economy. Let's explore it. We can make a lot of money from the green economy. Mining in its present form is only killing all of us.
Right. Kindly give me a moment. Let me include the Director of Finance of the Ghana Association of Small Scale Miners Francis Opoku in the conversation. Sir, thank you so much for your time. First, what do you make of the statement by Vice President, and do you share in the concerns that it may be coming too late in the day?
Let me say good afternoon to your cherished viewers.
Right, you can
to
proceed.
you as well. Yeah, on paper, the Vice President's position on not banning the excavators look brilliant. I've also taken advantage to go through the 19 bullet points that he has as a policy intervention when he got permits and is voted into power. But what I want to say is that most successive governments have failed to come out with strategic plan to make this sector what it stands for, or they have not been able to put up strategic plans to harness the potentials inherent in this sector. So most of the policy they've rolled out has failed, including the government he is even in. So why am I saying this? You see, the banning of the excavator could not solve the problem of illegal mining. So the question is that, why is it that most of the times the policies these successive governments, both NDC and MPPs, have been rolling out have been reactive? They have not taken the pains to see that the best way we can solve these issues is to make it a point to see this sector as a development sector, as a sector that has so huge potentials, to the extent that attention has to be focused on it to make sure that we look at mainstreaming it rather than using brute force to combat it. So, like I said, on paper, it looked brilliant because he's looking at it from a strategic point of view than the conventional approach that successive governments have been using, which has not yielded any results.
So, listening to what you're saying, are you trying to say that the Vice President is trying to gain some political points from small-scale miners?
Yes. What I'm saying is that it's yes or no.
Right.
Yes, in the sense that currently, even as we talk, small-scale miners have a problem with our license not being signed by the sector minister, who is still in power.
Right.
And
thank you so much for your time. You heard the Director of Finance of the Ghana Association of Small-Scale Miners, Francis Opoku, who has been sharing his thoughts there, claiming that the Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, might be trying to gain some political points from the small-scale miners, making some comments on the back of that. But let's go back to Olusewa, who is the co-coordinator of Eco-Conscious, who was speaking to us earlier. Thank you for staying with us. You heard from your other counterpart that we spoke to on the back of that. Briefly, before you go, what will be your final thoughts?
My final thoughts will be, we face an existential threat. This is not the time to be pandering to people to get their votes. Right. We must put Ghana first. And to put Ghana first, we have to stop the devastation being caused by mining. We need to pause community mining, small-scale mining, repeal LI 2462 until we get our act together. Otherwise, we know that there's an increase in maternal deaths in the galamsey areas. Right. We know that there are birth defects. We know there's an increase in kidney disease. We know that water companies find it very difficult to purify the water because of the activities of illegal miners. What else do we want to see before we get our act together? And I'm very, very disappointed. The fight against illegal mining has been lost. It has not been robust enough. And for the Vice President to suggest that a good job has been done shows that he's probably not living in this country, or he doesn't understand what is going on. So
before we go, will you say that the NPP has failed us completely when it comes to the fight against illegal mining?
I think the facts speak for themselves. Look at the state of our water bodies. Look at the state of our depleted forest reserves. Who can say that illegal mining has been the fight against illegal mining? If there's even a fight, because the story is that too many high-placed people are the ones behind the illegal mining or the mining, both on both sides of the political divide, on both sides of the political divide. So there's been no fights going on. We just get a few people, prosecute them, jail them, but the main kingpins are still engaging in the activities that are destroying Ghana. So let's try for a change to put Ghana first. Ghana is bigger than any political party.
Well, Ghana first indeed, and you can clearly see that she sounds a bit frustrated. We have been engaging Ewula Sewa, who is coordinator of Eco-Conscious Citizens, and she has been speaking on the back of illegal mining and its repercussions, and also on the back of what Bawumia has been saying, that he will not resort to banning excavators